Hi everyone, I'm your host Nafisa Tharanum and I welcome to this week's podcast of creating leadership and engagement practices in an early childhood setting. We will start this podcast by acknowledging the traditional owners of the country on which this podcast is being recorded. We pay our respect to their elders past, present and emerging. So what exactly is leadership? Is it the implementation of power or giving everyone orders after orders? No, it's definitely not. Leadership is when you influence your team to achieve a common goal. It is becoming someone that others can look up to. You do not need a label or a certain pay to be a leader. Anybody can be a leader with the right attitude. You can think of leadership as going on a hike along with a team. There will be times when people will lose their motivations to complete the trail. But the most empowering leadership practice is that a leader will find every possible way to encourage others to achieve the end goal. Every person is different. A good leader will find the best character trait of an individual and will try to bring out the best in them. In an early childhood setting, a leader keeps a room together by creating meaningful relationship with the educators and the children by ensuring everyone is safe and the center's philosophy is being implemented. Creating an inclusive environment is very closely related to a good leadership or the image of the teacher. A good leader or a teacher should be compassionate, kind, and considerate. To create an inclusive environment, one has to truly believe that everyone's feelings are validated. You have to try to put yourself in their shoes and understand them. An inclusive environment is a place which is safe. It is somewhere where individuals can be themselves without even feeling judged. According to the National Quality Standards number 5.1, it is always to be ensured that a respectful and equitable relationship is maintained with each child. Implementing a good leadership in an early childhood setting opens doors to being trusted by the parents, children, management, and the people we work with. There are countless ways to create a relationship with these people through leadership, but the first thing we need to do is listen to them. You really have to be open to communication with the people surrounded by you. A good relationship is created when people feel heard when they speak with you. Even though there are many types of leadership, I think my personal leadership style is having a tonal voice which creates a positive experience for all. As a leader, I want the educators to come to me without any sort of hesitation about the things they are struggling in. Even though constructive criticism is crucial, sometimes a positive encouragement goes a long way. Educators are more likely to work towards a common goal when they feel valued and appreciated. Administration is a huge part of a good leadership which is not always acknowledged. The image of the teacher has various perspectives. A teacher is also a leader and an administrator. As a teacher who is also an administrator, it is one of the core responsibilities that the Children Information Board is always updated. Observations are always done, medical lists are always updated, and so on. Effective leadership builds a positive environment by making continuous improvements in the workplace setting. You have to be mindful about the rights and well-being of the educators or children in your room, which brings us to our next point, which is being an advocate. As an early childhood teacher, I cannot stress enough the importance of giving equal rights to all children. As every child is different, they might require different learning styles. A method which works on a healthy child might not always work on a child who is on spectrum. Being an advocate is also the image of a teacher. A teacher has to understand the interests of the child and work accordingly by embracing complexity. The image of a teacher is also becoming someone who makes small changes by looking at the bigger picture. A teacher is also an activist when they take certain steps to address global issues in our world. According to Explore and Develop, even though advocacy and activism are related, but they are not exactly the same. A teacher has many responsibilities, different issues and certain issues that goes in the world. You do not really have to have a cure for them in one day. As a teacher, what you can do is take baby steps. You can take small measures to bring big change. And you know what? You can even include that children in your steps as well. You can make children understand the importance of it, and you can also involve them in your day-to-day activities while bringing a change. Anyway, once again, I'm your host Afisa, and thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I hope we'll have another discussion very soon, and thank you again for listening. Bye.